If you're trying to manage hypertension, you've probably been told to cut the salt. And let's be honest, that sounds like a life of bland, boring food. But what if I told you that's all wrong? Today, we're not talking about taking things away. We're talking about discovering a whole new world of flavor, all while taking care of your heart. So, let's get into it.
I want you to really let that question sink in. We are so trained to reach for the salt shaker to make things taste good. But what if that's been the one thing holding us back? What if there are deeper, richer, and way more satisfying flavors just waiting to be unlocked? That's exactly what we're going to explore.
So first things first, we need to understand where all this sodium is actually coming from. Because, and this is the crucial part, it's a much bigger challenge than just putting the salt shaker away. Salt is a master of disguise, and it's hiding in places you would never expect.
And check this out, this is what's so wild. Health experts say we should keep our sodium under 2,300 milligrams a day. Now look at that table. A single teaspoon of salt. That's it. That's your entire daily limit, gone, in one little teaspoon sprinkled throughout your day. It is shockingly easy to go way over.
But here's the real eye-opener. The vast majority of the salt we eat, over 70%, doesn't even come from our own salt shaker. It's already packed into processed foods and restaurant meals. Now, you might think that's bad news, but it's actually fantastic news. It means the power to change is in what you buy, not just in how you cook.
Okay, so where do we even begin? Well, you don't have to figure this out on your own. There's a proven science-backed map called the DASH Eating Plan. That stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. But don't think of it as a restrictive diet. It's more like a flexible, delicious roadmap to feeling great. And just look at what this roadmap is built on. Does this look like deprivation to you? No way! We're talking about filling your plate with beautiful, vibrant whole foods that taste amazing all on their own and are just packed with the good stuff your body needs.
So how does it work? Well, the core idea is really simple. And what I love about it is that it's more about what you add to your diet. Notice how it's rich in things like potassium, magnesium, and calcium? Well, those minerals are like your body's natural sodium balancing team. They actually help manage sodium levels and support healthy blood pressure. It's a really smart approach.
All right, now for the really fun part, the big secret. How do we make food taste absolutely incredible without just dumping salt on everything? Well, the answer is a secret weapon that top chefs have been using for years. It's time we all learned about flavor's fifth element.
And that secret weapon is umami. You've heard of sweet, sour, salty, and bitter, right? Well, umami is officially the fifth basic taste. It's that deep, savory, mouth-watering flavor that makes food feel rich and just so satisfying.
I absolutely love this quote. A flavor bomb. That is the perfect way to describe it. It's the thing that makes you take a bite of food and go, oh, wow. Once you learn how to build umami into your cooking, I'm telling you, you won't even be thinking about the salt shaker.
So you want to build that flavor bomb? Here's your new toolkit. And look, these are all easy-to-find ingredients. We're talking about that rich flavor from tomato paste, the earthy depth of mushrooms, especially dried ones, and the savory punch from things like miso paste. These are your new best friends for creating complex flavors that salt could never dream of on its own.
Okay, so theory is great, but let's put it into practice. What does a whole day of low-sodium, super flavorful eating actually look like? Let's walk through it from breakfast to dinner and everything in between.
Let's start with breakfast. It is so easy to grab something processed and salty in the morning, right? But starting your day with a low-sodium meal really sets a healthy tone and helps keep everything in balance. Let's look at some fantastic doctor-approved ideas.
I mean, come on, how simple and delicious is this? A cozy bowl of oatmeal with berries and cinnamon has pretty much no sodium, or some creamy Greek yogurt with a banana. That gives you a great boost of potassium, which, remember, helps your body handle sodium. Even a simple veggie scramble is amazing when you use fresh herbs and garlic powder for flavor instead of salt.
All right, on to dinner. This is where we often crave that deep, comforting, satisfying feeling, and you can absolutely have it. It is all about making smart choices and really leaning into those umami-rich flavors we just talked about. And these aren't just vague ideas. These are real examples from the DASH plan. Think about a zesty, spicy baked salmon using a salt-free seasoning, or a rich chicken in Spanish rice made with the no-salt-added tomato sauce. You can even do comfort food classics like meatloaf by using herbs and low-sodium ketchup for flavor. A stir-fry with ginger and garlic, that's a total umami veggie powerhouse.
Okay, but what about after dinner? What about dessert? That's got to be off limits, right? Nope.
This quote says it all. You really don't need a ton of salt or sugar to enjoy something sweet and satisfying.
Now get ready for this, because these numbers might just blow your mind. Look at this. Chocolate almond bark, 2 milligrams of sodium. 2. Chocolate-covered strawberries, less than 10. Even these amazing fudgy sweet potato brownies clock in at only 31 milligrams. So yes, you can absolutely have dessert.
The whole point of all this is to make it a lifestyle, right? Something you can stick with. And that all happens when you master a few simple swaps in your own kitchen. Let's get you set up with some long-term strategies for success.
And look how easy this can be. It's all about trading up. Instead of that super salty canned broth, just grab the low-sodium box right next to it on the shelf. Swap your regular ketchup for a low-sodium version. And this trick with the canned beans, it's a game changer. Just rinsing them under water makes a huge difference.
Seriously, learning to read labels is your new superpower at the grocery store. These terms actually have legal definitions. Low sodium is your new best friend. Aim for that whenever you can. And I'm going to say it again because it's that good. Rinsing canned stuff like tuna or beans can slash the sodium by up to 40%. That's maybe the easiest health win ever.
So, you see, this journey isn't about bland food or what you have to give up. It's about what you gain. It's about becoming a better, more creative cook. You're discovering this incredible, deep world of flavor through umami, herbs, and spices. The question is no longer, what can't I eat? The real question is, what amazing new flavors will I explore? Your delicious, heart-healthy adventure starts right now.
Today, we're diving into some delicious low-sodium recipes for managing hypertension. Flavorful food for a healthier heart.
First things first, a quick question for you. Think your diet is actually low in salt?
Well, the average person eats over 3,400 milligrams of sodium a day. That's way more than recommended.
Health authorities say stick to under 2,300 milligrams, but ideally, it's actually 1,500 for most adults.
So how do we fix that?
Well, the great news is there's a proven and really delicious way to do it.
It's called the DASH diet. That stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. And it really works.
And look, this isn't about restriction. It's about loading up your plate with amazing whole foods. This picture really says it all, right? It's about abundance and enjoying incredible fresh food. Okay, let's hit the big question. Does low sodium have to mean low flavor?
No way. The secret weapon for incredible flavor isn't the salt shaker. It's all about umami.
Think of umami as a flavor bomb. It's that deep, savory taste that just makes food so satisfying.
And you can easily unlock it with stuff like roasted tomatoes, mushrooms, or even a little miso paste.
Herbs are another total game changer. They add so much depth, you won't even miss the salt.
So, what does this look like in real life? Let's walk through a delicious, low-sodium day. Breakfast sets the tone. Oatmeal with berries or a veggie scramble? Perfect. Super low-sodium starts. Lunch and dinner follow that same idea. Fresh foods, seasoned with herbs and spices instead of salt. But wait, what about dessert? Can you still have a sweet treat? Absolutely.
When you make them from scratch, you can enjoy these amazing desserts with barely any sodium.
All right, ready to start? Here is your simple 3-step toolkit for success. It's super easy.
Step 1, read the label. Step 2, go for fresh foods. And 3, cook with herbs and spices. First up, become a label expert. Just look for low sodium, that's 140 milligrams or less per serving.
And here's a great little tip. Rinsing canned foods like beans or tuna washes away a ton of sodium.
See, it's not about giving things up. It's about adding flavor. So, what new meals will you discover?